What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram, t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my chat, which will be linked in the description below. Today, I have a brand new coin to bring to you guys, which came from that chat. There's a lot of crap in there, but like I said, if you guys can wade through the crap and find the gems, then that's the way to go, because that is where I found this one. This is called Core.finance. We'll get into what this is and why this thing really caught my attention. I bought a big stack of this stuff as of right now and where it can go. But before I do, the last two things that I talked about was Kitten.finance. Now, before when I talked about this was at about $40 or somewhere around there. It has rocketed all the way up to about a recent all-time high of $198, close to $200, so that's almost a 5x of when I last talked about Kitten.finance. So that has been doing really well. This is also probably at a good buy point. I might pick up some more of these things right now. And also HoneySwap doing really well at $1,469. Again, I think this one's going to sleeper rise, and then it's going to go meteor up as soon as we start to see the bridge complete and people actually are able to move coins over. But I'm not going to talk about HoneySwap or Kitten.finance in this video. Today we're going to be talking about Core.finance. So what is this thing? Well, let's just take a look at the website first. It has kind of this old school look, and basically it's a farming token. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, farming tokens, I'm tired of these things, but this one has a really different take on the way that they're doing farming. The majority of all these other farming tokens that I've seen is just like a copy paste with a tweak here and a tweak there. But this is kind of a fundamental change of the way that farming works, which is why I think I'm drawn to this so much and so many other people are drawn to it. So let's take a look at some more details here. You can get your core over here. The website is cVault.finance. So you can get your core by clicking on Get More here. There's a Medium article by clicking on Read More at the bottom of the page. And you can stake and deposit your core WETH Liquidity Pool tokens and earn core this way. Now, there's a catch with staking, so I will get to that in a second, but let's just take a look over here on Uniswap and see what's going on here. So you can see that the total liquidity for this coin is almost $10 million. You heard that right, not $10,000, that's $10 million worth of liquidity. That's a super duper high amount, especially with some of these newer coins. So that alone should catch your attention, knowing that this is not just your typical pump and dump or your typical coin that just copied Sushi Swap and slapped a different name on top of it, or anything like that. Currently sitting at a price of $1,463, and it's being very volatile right now. I think from what we can see in Dex tools, its low is kind of around maybe like, let's say $600, maybe $500. So it's gone up multiple X's in the past couple of hours since this thing has been out, but I think it has a lot of room to rise, and one of those reasons is because it is a low supply coin. So just taking a look at cVault right here, there's 10,000 core, and if we look at the Medium article and we scroll down and read right here, there's only going to be 10,000 core forever. So that's a tiny supply, and they're not minting more coins from farming, which is the first thing that I want to mention with this coin being very different. The fact that almost all other farming coins, they just like print themselves over and over again. I mean, you guys can remember Print.finance. These are coins that just make more and more of itself over time, and then that just leads to it decreasing in value. You increase the supply, the demand stays the same, if not goes lower, which usually it does, then the price is going to tank along with that supply going up. So with core, they're fixing that problem with farming by only making 10,000 core. So you might be thinking, well, how does that even going to work? If they only have 10,000, you can't farm forever. Are the farming rewards just going to decrease exponentially over time? And no is the answer to that question too, because if we go up to this Medium article, let's just read through this and kind of understand what's going on here. The key points to understand is that when you're farming over here in Core.finance, what you're actually farming is the farm is going to buy the liquidity pool token. So the farm is going to buy the tokens from Uniswap and give you those tokens that they're buying. They're not minting tokens, they're purchasing those tokens that you are earning from here from doing the farming. And on top of that, this is the biggest catch of all that really made me raise an eyebrow and think, is this thing really that different? The biggest catch is that when you're staking your core WETH liquidity pool tokens, they are locked forever. You can see that there is no unstake button on here. That is one of the reasons why on Uniswap this thing has almost about $10 million worth of liquidity, because a lot of people are trying to farm this thing, and when you start farming, you can't stop farming. It will continue to farm. So that's going to continue to provide value to you, the person who is doing the farming. On top of that, like I said, when you're unstaking, or not unstaking, when you're getting your rewards, you're buying from that liquidity pool. So that's why it's not like these tokens, it's not like this money is locked in here forever. It's that the core is kind of supporting its own system, because you can continue to buy out that liquidity by selling the core tokens that you're getting, that you're buying back from the core system. So it's really interesting the way that it's set up. It's supporting itself, and it avoids the two main problems that these other new coins have, of that liquidity being pulled underneath from you. That's not going to happen because liquidity is controlled by the core smart contract. And the second thing is the over printing of all the coins is not going to happen in core. There's only going to be 10,000 of those things, and that is it. So you won't have a just major change in supply and demand, which causes the collapse of the coin completely. So there's a lot more to read here. Like I said, that I read the deflationary farming. That's another thing, is that there is a fee that is charged on token transfers. So I believe that when you're taking out of the contract, this is kind of the incentive to not taking out of the contract and not selling. It's deflationary, but when you're taking out of the contract, you're going to be charged a fee to do that, and that fee is going to be distributed to all other people who are currently still farming. So that's a major incentive for people to continue to farm and not just to take out and sell every couple of seconds, because you're going to get more theoretically, you're going to get more core tokens, at least. I'm not going to say dollars, but you're going to get more core tokens from holding them in there as other people are withdrawing, as other people are using their earnings to sell. You're going to get a piece of all of the fees of those people, trying to sell early or sell quickly. All right, so that's the main gist of this thing. It really does catch my attention. There's nothing else like it out there in the crypto space, the DeFi space right now. It really does change the game in terms of farming. And like I said, if this continues to be successful, because it's already pretty successful, I do think that there's going to be a lot of clones of Core. I think that might be the new standard for these farming tokens, because I mean, like, that's the main reason why I stopped farming, because like they all do the same thing. They all will dump within a few days, and there's really not much that you can do to stop it with the problems that I mentioned with the supply, with the rugs, and with just the major incentive to people doing that. And on top of that, the last thing is there is governance. This coin is completely governed, so it's not like the developers can just do something shady without the approval of the entire community. You have to vote to do any types of changing in this contract, so that's a big deal as well. Everything seems pretty locked down here, but of course, always do your own research, do your own due diligence. We've seen plenty of scams that come up over the past couple of days. This one, like I said, I've done my vetting, and it doesn't really look like there's anything too crazy happening with this one in terms of somebody being able to scam everybody. And usually if that point ever does come, usually it doesn't, like, the scammers don't wait until this thing passes the $10 million mark to be able to pull liquidity. They do that around like 1 million, like we saw with a few other coins. I think it was like the gem token earlier today. So that is everything for today, guys. Again, the website is cVault.finance, and you'll find this website as well as many, many more in my description if you go to the chat and you ask me or many other people about it. Final thing I'll mention, just for the channel in general, I apologize if I'm not getting back to you if you're private messaging me. The best way to message me is to just go to my Telegram chat and put @dailycryptoupdate. If you just private message me, it's gonna get buried way deep underneath like my hundreds and hundreds of other Telegram chats. So don't take offense to me not responding to you. It's just that I got too many chats. I don't got time to sit there and click through every single private message of somebody asking me to check out a coin every 3 seconds. So there's that, and I think that's everything I really wanted to mention. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Also, hopefully I'll be posting a video on my other channel. I haven't posted on my other 2 channels in a while, my King of FOMO Gem Hunters channel, and I'm going to be talking about passive profit platforms in there, like PGI Global, and some of the profits that I've been making in there. I'm going to do a $10,000 upgrade in the next 2 days for that one. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.